To discuss, we're joined by the attorney representing Angelo Agrizzi, that's Daniel Witz. Mr. Witz, thank you for being with us. We used to have Mr. Agrizzi as a regular guest. He has now asked for privacy and says his physical health does not allow him to participate in public debate. My first question is, how's he doing?
He's actually back in hospital. He's undergoing a minor cardiac procedure as well as various other tests just to stabilize his health. As you will recall, when the state denied him bail, the magistrate denied him bail, that set him on a course of serious health implications when he was incarcerated and in a coma and in hospital for over 49 days.
There are reports coming out that just hours after the Zondo report came out, he then applied to have his corruption case struck from the roll due to health grounds. Is that true? Are you involved in that?
We are involved in that, but the facts are actually incorrect. It wasn't after the Zondo report came out. If you recall, in May 2021, the state were of the view that Mr. Agrizzi must proceed to trial in his corruption matter in the Specialized Commercial Crimes Court in Palm Ridge. We were of the view, as well as his specialist doctors, that he is not medically fit to stand trial. The state said they want to appoint their own medical expert to assess him. Unlike the erstwhile president, Mr. Zuma, we were not opposed to that. We said we will fully cooperate with any medical assessment by state-appointed specialists and doctors. And as of March 2022, we are still waiting for the state to appoint a medical expert to assess Mr. Agrizzi. We therefore brought an application in terms of Section 342A of the Criminal Procedure Act for an inquiry into why the state are delaying the appointment of a medical expert, and we are recommending that they withdraw the charges pending his medical assessment, and thereafter, if he's fit to stand trial, they can reinstitute the charges.
Correct me if I'm wrong, is the matter not due to be heard on April the 1st? So that would give the state another month to do this assessment if it wanted to?
So the state have until the 16th of March to reply to Mr. Agrizzi's application. That's in the Palm Ridge Court. In the Pretoria Court, in regards to the T matter where he's joined as a co-accused, they have until the 23rd of March to appoint a medical expert. And on the 1st of April, it will be argued in open court as to whether or not his application to have the charges removed pending the medical assessment is successful or not.
Yeah, and in effect, that would be a temporary stay of prosecution, as it were, until he is better. Are you confident you could get this?
We feel that we've put the facts on the table, the correct facts. We've fully cooperated with the state, with the investigating officer, with the investigative team. We've cooperated with SARS, with state capture, anyone who's asked of Mr. Agrizzi to testify and give evidence. And we've said we are willing, we are waiting. Please bring your medical experts and assess Mr. Agrizzi so you can confirm his current health status.
There was a time when we were all waiting to hear if he would be accepted as a state witness. Then he was charged with corruption. Take us back. Why was Angelo Agrizzi not given the opportunity to be a state witness in the matter that we're talking about? And now that several people have been implicated and the Zondo report has suggested further investigations and prosecutions, is there anything on the cards in terms of him being a state witness in future?
That would be with the NPA and the state to approach us for Mr. Agrizzi to be a state witness. As of March 2022, there's been no approach by the state to discuss this with Mr. Agrizzi. And as the audience will see and the listeners will see from the Zondo report that was released last night regarding Bosasa, Mr. Agrizzi's evidence is crucial if the state and the NPA wish to proceed with any prosecution against the officials named in. We're willing, we're waiting for the NPA to approach us, but as of today, we are fighting the corruption and fraud charges brought against Mr. Agrizzi.
So essentially, you are hoping for an approach?
No, Mr. Agrizzi is confident of his defense. We're confident of the merits of his matter, and whether or not the state approach us to proceed as a state witness going forward, we'll fight the matter to the end.
Yeah. In his statement, I don't know if you can comment on this, he talks about the treatment of whistleblowers, and he is, of course, a whistleblower, but not a whistleblower with clean hands. He was involved heavily in what went on at Bosasa and then decided to blow the whistle. The saying goes, you get information when the bad guys turn on each other, as it were. So what learnings are there then? Still maybe around the treatment of whistleblowers, but he is a unique case.
He is a unique case, and if you look at the most famous whistleblowers from state capture, the bravery of Bianca Goodson, Mosilo Motepu, they came forward without the fear of implicating themselves. They came forward to better South Africa. Mr. Agrizzi, prior to becoming a whistleblower and turning witness at the Zondo inquiry, he knew very well of the implications. He knew the risks. He's a family man. He's very family orientated, but he knew the risks, and he was of the view that it is time to stand up now and better South Africa. The current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, preaches about a new dawn for South Africa, and Mr. Agrizzi took that seriously. And he said, I'm here to fight corruption, regardless of the consequences for me. And as the public can see, he is facing the consequences, regardless whether he's defending them or not. He's in court, he's fighting the accusations against him, and he's looking to better South Africa, regardless of his passing discretions, once whether or not they're approved or not.
Gavin Watson, of course, also heavily implicated, the CEO of Bosasa, who died in a car crash in 2019. So we never got to hear his version of events. He didn't appear. From Mr. Agrizzi's perspective, are there any unanswered questions that he could have answered, or does he believe that everything has come out?
Not everything has come out. Mr. Agrizzi does have further evidence. There is quite a lot of evidence that the liquidators of Bosasa, now African Global, are in possession of. Whether they've handed that over to State Capture and the Hawks, we are not sure.
Why are you saying he has further evidence? Has he not revealed everything if you say he wants to be completely open with everybody in South Africa?
He's revealed everything, but certain documents that he refers to were in vaults at Bosasa. And prior to the Hawks obtaining those, the liquidators got involved and seized all those documents. Whether or not they've given them to State Capture, the investigative team at State Capture, we are not sure. But Mr. Agrizzi, in terms of his testimony, has revealed everything.
All right, thank you for your time tonight. That was the attorney representing Angelo Agrizzi, Daniel Witz, and we will follow that application. He has confirmed Angelo Agrizzi is trying to have his case struck off the court roll, and that's around him not being medically examined.